Can you tell by the pearls that she's in New Jersey?
Some shul she's going to.
It looks like a really fun shul. Wherever you're going is where I want to go.
Well, anyway, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my half-hour schmooze. I'd like to do songs from that I'm going to choose among for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I have a big night. I'm playing at a thing called a Sofar concert that I've been trying to get to play for years, and they finally gave me a slot. So I'll be in Bushwick, and I was thinking of starting with this one. I only get about 4 songs, so let's see. Let me know if you think it's a good idea. Spring, we da ba da ba dee dee dee. Spring, da ba dee ba dee dee dee. All the dogs and their peeps strut down the streets in spring. Oh, spring, we da ba da ba dee dee da. Spring, we da ba da ba dee dee da. When I stroll along, singing this song, it's spring. So much for gloom when love is in bloom. You have to assume it's spring. And I guarantee with you beside me, it will always be spring. Spring. Sax solo. Spring, we da ba da ba dee dee da. Spring, we da ba dee bip dee dee da. When I stroll along, singing a song, it's spring. There's so much for gloom when love is in bloom. You have to assume it's spring. And I guarantee with you beside me, it will always be spring. 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 The cafes are jumping, we sit in the shade. Our hearts are all thumping, it's our serenade. But dim 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 in spring. Oh, spring. Oh, spring. Is that a good opener? You like that? It's a nice opener, right? Okay, and then I was thinking maybe this. It's going to depend on my mood also. But here's actually, let me do the one that I really think I'm going to do. Because we did this the other night, and it went over good. Here, Rabbi Shush. Little tempo. I lost my job today to a much younger man. Now I have lost my way, there's been a change of plan. Sometimes the skies are blue, and then there comes the rain. What am I gonna do to take away the pain? That's just the way it goes, it's just the way it goes. You know old Willie Joe used to be quite a man. I bet you didn't know. Got him a dog named Sam. The two do good alone. They pander on the street. He gives the dog a bone. Dog lays across his feet. That's just the way it goes. 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 Oh, sax solo. Sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you don't get shit. Sometimes you just cannot understand none of it. I used to love you, baby, you used to love me too. Well, you can call me crazy, I bet that you still do. That's just the way it goes, that's just the way it goes. 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 Dum-dum-dee-dee-dee. That's just the way it goes. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Do you like that one?
I love that.
And then I was thinking of this one. I got all messed up in a fight. Red lights are flashing bright. I'm lying in the street on this cold and rainy night. People I can see are looking down at me, but I don't care what they think. What'll be is gonna be, and all I can think about now is Juanita, sweet senorita. Oh my, oh my. And even the roses blush when my senorita, that sweet Juanita, walks by. Sax solo. Bundling. And all I can think about now is Juanita, that senorita. Oh my, oh my. Oh, and even the roses blush when my senorita, that sweet Juanita, walks by. Ooh, if the angels will only wait, I'll take you on a date. Put on my best new shirt and my favorite shoes. And we'll do this stinking town till the moment comes around. Oh, and I'll tell you just how much I've always loved you. And all I can think about now is Juanita, sweet senorita, my oh my. Oh, and even the roses blush when my senorita, that sweet Juanita, walks by. Oh, 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 oh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my song, Juanita. So I'm doing songs that I'm hoping to do tomorrow night for this concert I'm doing with a bunch of what are people under 30 called? Is that Gen X or what's their name? No,
Gen Z.
Gen Z. So they're all Gen Z and me and my sax player. And so I get about 20 minutes to weave my spell of magic. So I thought this one might be interesting because they're there to listen. They're not there to eat. So. I'm a Marlboro man, but I don't smoke no more, since my doctor said my lungs are looking poor. I drink a little much, but my liver's strong. I'm a young man's tune in an old man's song. I don't have no one, there's just you and me. It comes down to this little prophecy: if you bring me home, nothing will go wrong. We'll just have a fling in an old man's song. And oh, won't you sing along with this old man's song? Don't forget I said I would be discreet, so light my cigarette, pour my whiskey neat. Many years ago I was going long, now it's getting late for an old man's song. And oh, I was going long, but now it's getting late for an old man's song. Oh, it's getting late for an old man's song. Yeah, I'm a young man's tune in an old man's song. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And this would probably be my last, unless the next act doesn't show up. Hey, Joan, I never pour this plain old vodka from the well. You can use that stuff on anybody else. I prefer the finest brand when my toes are in the sand, craving a martini that's top shelf. I want a pink martini, pink martini, pink martini with a lot of class. I want a blue umbrella in my pink martini, pink martini in a cocktail glass. Oh yeah. Some may say they like it with a twist. I say it's just too hard to resist. Some of you have heard shaken, never stirred. I say that's absurd, but here's the gist. I want a pink martini, a pink martini, pink martini. Oh, a pink martini with a lot of class. Blue umbrella, my pink martini. Oh, a pink martini in a cocktail glass. Oh, yeah. Sax solo. Did-him, boom, dum, did-him. But I'm doodle, did-him, dim, dim, did-him, dim, dim, did-him. But I'm doodle, did-him, dim, dim, did-him, dum. I want a pink martini, pink martini, pink martini with a lot of sing it, Joan. Blue umbrella, my pink martini. Oh, pink martini. See, she's got the right attitude. And a cocktail glass. I want a pink martini, pink martini. Oh, pink martini with a lot of glass. I want a blue umbrella in my pink martini. Oh, a pink martini in a cocktail glass. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank you. That's my song, Pink Martini, and that would probably do my set. If I need to do something else, I might close with a cover like this. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around, and worst of all, you never call me baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, but don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you tell me time and again, but you're late. I wait around. You all remember this song, right? I know most of you do. I run to the door, I can't take any more. It's not you, you let me down again. Baby, baby, try and find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home beside the phone waiting for you. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 1. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around, and worst of all, you never call me baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, but don't break my heart. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to My Name is Stephen Blaine. And thanks for coming out to the So Far concert. And, and this is Mike Johnson on the tenor. And I got to go back to shul. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? Mess me around, and worst of all, you never call me baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, but don't break my heart. Yeah, so build me up, buttercup, but don't break my heart. Yeah, so build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. The tip jar is coming around now, ladies and gentlemen. Please fill it up, and don't forget to tip your bartender and your waitress. That's basically my gig, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much what I do. Now I'm going to close with a song Rabbi Elias asked me to do. It's on my brand new album that, I can tell you, I've gotten. What did I get? I have an article coming out with the Jewish Week. I was interviewed today about my album and my rabbinics, and I'm very excited. And that the reporters seem to be very nice, so hopefully it'll be a good article. So we had a lot of fun. And I was talking about, all of you, about how you're from all over the world, and this is a song, you can hear this with the band. It's called This Deja Vu. You really have to listen. You have to listen to the lyrics to completely not understand it. I've never been on this street, but I just followed my feet. And in the restaurant, the table by the front, you sit in your favorite seat. And do you feel it too? This deja vu. What is this strange thing happening? What kind of moment does it bring? I've got you under my skin, my head is taking a spin. What am I remembering? Do you feel it too? This deja vu. And we conjured up some repartee, walked along the moonlit bay, then we spent a night in ecstasy. I didn't want to say goodbye, it kinda made me want to cry, but then you had a reason why, that's how it had to be. And now I'm standing by you, and hoping dreams do come true. But then you turn away, I'm thinking that's okay, that's in my deja vu too. I wonder if we're in a deja vu. Sax solo. And we conjured up some repartee and walked along the moonlit bay. Then we spent a night in ecstasy. I didn't want to say goodbye, kinda made me want to cry, but then you had a reason why, that's how it had to be. And now I'm standing by you, and hoping dreams do come true. But then you turn away, I'm thinking that's okay, that's in my deja vu too. I wonder if we're in deja vu. Ooh, I wonder if we're in a deja vu. Ooh, dee 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 dee. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my song, This Deja Vu. So the weather is changing here. It was about 60 today. It was about 30 last night. But oh, there we go. Apologies, but you do want the guitar in tune.
I'm tuning mine at the same time.
Oh, good. Everybody take out your guitars and tune them right now, all right? Thank you. Mark and Barbara, please take out your guitar. Okay. Anyway, so it's time. It's time for Shabbat. Let me close a couple of things here. And, Rabbi Elias, let me make you the co-host. Making the co-host. And, well, welcome. Oh, I see Rabbi Mike Myman is here. There you go. Good to see you, Rabbi Myman. What's going on?
Wonderful to see you too.
Okay, I'm gonna do this chat thing again because I don't know if that's working right. Okay, this is all on, right? We're streaming. Everything's streaming. Okay, Rabbi Elias, it's all yours.
Well, thank you first of all for playing that song. I really love that song.
My pleasure.
It's on Rabbi Blaine's new album, New York. I think it's New York for Lovers.
Or Songs for New York Lovers, which
Songs
apparently,
for New York Lovers,
which I didn't realize has a double entendre connotation. Songs for New York lovers, and songs for people who love New York. How do you like that, huh? Of course, I didn't know that until somebody pointed it out to me, but that doesn't matter.
The nature of good art is that its meaning isn't revealed to the artist until someone else sees it. So
Okay, I'll take that.
That works. That works very well. I also want to welcome fellow rabbis, Rabbi Shush in East Tennessee. Hi, Rabbi Shush. And Rabbi Sherry in Hirosaki. Welcome. And Rabbi Mike Maimon in Southern California. Welcome, Mike. Rabbi Mike. Rabbi Shush, would you like to start us this evening with a little Hine Matov?
I would be so happy to. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה שבת אחים גם יחד.
Would you please continue with Matovu?
I would be happy to. Matovu ohalecha Israel, ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Israel, vani tefilati lecha Adonai et ratzon. אלוהים ברוב חסדך, הנני באמת ישך.
Amen. I changed up the slides this week. Actually, at a suggestion of you, Rabbi Shush, you gave me a few weeks ago, so thank you for that.
Certainly.
I invite Rabbi Blaine back to the Bima. Would you like to Nishmat Kol Chai for us?
נשמע כל חי תברך את שמך אדוני אלוהינו נשמע כל חי תברך את שמך אדוני אלוהינו ורוח כל בשר תפאר ותרומם זכרך מלכנו מלכנו תמיד נשמע כל חי תברך את שמך אדוני אלוהינו
Let my soul's compassion flow like the gentle source of infinite love. Rabbi Blaine, would you continue with the Yedid Nefesh, please?
It's a pretty folk song. We've been doing it for years, but you should know that it's pretty popular. Yedid Nefesh av harachama Yedid Nefesh av harachama Meshochav decha El ritzonecha Meshochav decha La 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 El ritzonecha Yarutz Avdecha Kemo Ayal Yishtachave Lai 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 El Mul Hadarecha Lai 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 So pretty.
Very pretty. Thank you, Rabbi Blaine. It's time to light the Shabbos candles. And for this honor, I would like to invite Sephora. Would you like to light the Shabbos candles for the community this evening?
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kadeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu ladlik nashel Shabbat.
Amen. We're going to stop the share for a second so we can give Sephora the big Jewish hug that she deserves. Thank you, Sephora, for being part of this community and for officially starting the Shabbat. It didn't start until just now because of you. So thank you very much for that. I invite Rabbi Shush back to the Bima.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May God always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel shining name.
Uh-oh. Rabbi Shush, we lost your sound, I think.
Back? She's back.
May God bless you and grant you long lives. May the Lord fulfill our Sabbath prayer for you. May God make you good husbands and wives. May God send you loved ones who will care for you. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor us, O Lord, with happiness and peace. I'll hear our Sabbath prayer. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Big hugs to you, Rabbi Shush, and your whole family. And we're wishing Jack a refuah shlema. We love you, Jack. Continuing with Yithmu Shamayim, Rabbi Blaine, if you would.
Yismachu Hashamayim, Yismachu Hashamayim, Yismachu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yismachu Hashamayim. Thank you. Yismachu Hashamayim, Yismachu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, clap clap. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umelo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umelo. Yismachu hashamayim, Yismachu hashamayim, Yismachu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz.
Amen. I ask Rabbi Blaine to continue with Tzadik Katamar.
Tzadik katamar yifra ke'eres balvonon yizger shetulim b'veit Adonai b'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu hod yenuvum b'seva t'shenim v'rananim iyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai suri velo avlata bo.
Just like the cedars on the top of the tallest mountains in Lebanon, we're going to outreach our arms and we're going to welcome in all of the angels of eternity, all of our ancestors who are so proud of us, all of our descendants, our spiritual descendants who have not yet to meet us but are so grateful for what we're doing with our lives so that liberation can be created in theirs. I ask Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman, who is always up for creating lots of Jewish joy on the islands of Japan. Would you please continue with the Shalom Aleichem for us?
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Tzetem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Amen. Big hugs to you, Rabbi Sherry. Thank you very much. Rabbi Mike, would you like to lead us in Lecha Dodi this evening? I'm sorry, Mike. Rabbi, I believe you're muted.
Am I to assume there's more than one mic here?
Oh, there's only one Rabbi Mike here, as far as I know.
Lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabla Shamor וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה.
Toda, Rabbi Mike. Thank you. We continue with the Adonai Lamabu Yashav. Rabbi Blaine, would you sing your melody of this, please?
Adonai למבול ישב וישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום 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 אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום 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 אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
Shalom is the whole theme of everything, especially with that beautiful melody. Thank you, Rabbi Blaine. Continue with the Baruch Hu. Jeff in Pennsylvania, on behalf of yourself and Lynn, would you like to Baruch Hu for us this evening?
Sure. Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvarach. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Blessed is the eternal, the holy presence, the one that brings us together forever and ever. Even if I accidentally highlight the screen, we can continue going like that. Thank you, Jeff. We continue now. Rabbi Shush, would you like to lead us in the prayer for the evening?
Absolutely. וחושך מפני אור ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
Amen.
Man,
It's beautiful melody. Where'd you get that?
Learned it sometime, somewhere, maybe from the cantor I studied with. I don't even know.
Oh,
It's been a
very
long
pretty.
time.
Very
Thank
pretty.
you.
Yeah.
I learned it from Rabbi Shush. So that's how those things work. Tonight we have a special guest of honor, Professor Lonnie Avi Brooks. I invite you to Shema for us. Are you there?
I sure am. Thank you so much. Here you go. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Ahad. Listen, Israel, Adonai our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Mecholto, Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is the glorious name forever and ever. Thank you.
Thank you. I will continue, and then I'm going to invite you back to Adonai Eloheinu Emet. Okay, Avi? ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בעם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושופטך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. This is your part, Avi.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words which I command you this day, you shall take to heart. Teach them diligently to your children and recite them at home and away night and day. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a reminder above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorpost of your homes and upon your gates. Then you will remember and observe all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who is truth. Adonai Elohim, Elohechem, Emet.
Emet! And we're going to pause the share for a second because you say Adonai like the Yiddishkeit that you are. It's amazing. I love hearing all the different various Jewish dialects we have in this room. And yours is really particular because you have this Yiddish inflection to the way you pray, but you're also a futurist by trade. What you do is you think about the future of people generally and about how we can promote peace and liberation as a professor of futurism. So I really appreciate you bringing your whole self to the service right now. Thank you, Professor Avi.
Well, wait a minute. So this is the first time we're meeting you, right? Have you been here before?
I think I might have said it in one of the services, lurking.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you, and like Rabbi Zwang said. So where are you? What are you doing? You're professoring. We'd like to know.
Okay, I'm a professor in communication and futures foresight at Cal State East Bay in Hayward, California. I'm also a visiting professor at the Stanford's design school, the Hasso-Plattner Design School, or the D School as it's called. I'm a co-founder of the Afro Rhythm Futures Group, and I direct a community futures school at the Museum of Children's Arts at Oakland. And I wear a lot of hats, so I'm also a research affiliate with the future. So, but I was at Rabbi Elias's ceremony.
I think I kind of remembered something like that. Well, anyway, welcome back. We're very pleased to have you. So thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Professor Avi, you're like my little Tinkerbell that you show up in important Jewish moments in my life. So thank you for this. This one is one of them, and I'm gonna reference another one later on in the service. So thank you, Avi. We now
Thank you.
continue with Rabbi Shush. Would you like to lead us with Micha Mocha?
Ya la, whoop, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. מלכותך ובניך, בוקיים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Leave you hanging, wanting
I love
more.
that unresolved chord at the end with the la, very Jewish. Thank you, Rabbi Shush. Rabbi Blaine, would you hashkivenu for us?
Indeed. By the way, Lonnie's pronunciation is aligned with Marvin's. Just so you know, she put them together later. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha V'takanenu Beitzah Tova Milfanecha V'hoshi'enu Leman Shmecha Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'porei Sukat Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael V'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Rabbi Shush, if you would.
Absolutely. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-shabbat la'asot et ha-shabbat לדורתם ברית עולם. והני ובני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים, I've already done that, haven't I? No? Yes? וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ויעמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמרה במבורך לעולם עולם מהמעיין יתברך וישתבח יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כורחתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו amen.
The chords of Rabbi Shush's guitar have brought us to the Amidah, where before we continue, I want a big group hug right now because I see a lot of new faces, a lot of familiar faces. What a wonderful group of grateful, prayerful, joyful people. Thank you for joining us tonight. Rabbi Blaine, would you like to continue with the Amidah, the standing prayer?
I would. I see the Starkers. I think they might be relatively new. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov. Should probably put the service up there. Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem L'man Shemo B'Ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechai Hakol Atah Rav L'Hoshia. And for 2 more weeks Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayei Emunato Lishenei Afar Micha Mocha Bal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memid Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah le'achayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol.
I think that chord progression is my favorite in the service. It brings me back to the Jeffersons. I don't know. It feels very moving on up to me.
What, this one? That one?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
George
Classic
Jefferson would approve of that.
Spiritual ending, yes.
It was great. Yes. And so now, instead of being silent, you're going to listen to Elias talk about the Jeffersons. And then we're going to have Rabbi Mike. Would you please lead us in the Hoda'ah prayer tonight? Rabbi, I believe you're muted. Having some technical difficulties, I think, with Rabbi Mike's.
Yeah, I do. If you want to give it to somebody else, it'll be okay. Give me a minute or two to straighten it out. The screen just disappeared on me.
Take all the time you need, Rabbi Mike, whenever you're ready.
מודים אנחנו לך, שאתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צורנו צור חיינו, מגן ישנו אתה, ולדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, על נפלאותיך וטובותיך בכל עת, ערב הבוקר וצהריים, הטוב כי לא קלו רחמך, המרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך, כי מעולם קיווינו לך. ועל כולם יתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא, שמך מלכנו תמיד, לעולם ועד. וכל החיים יודוך סלע, ויעללו ויברכו את שמך הגדול, באמת לעולם כי טוב. האל ישועתנו ועזרתנו סלע, האל הטוב. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך, נאה להודות.
Amen. Before we continue, in the same way that Avi brought that Yiddishkeit to his prayer, Rabbi Mike, I can hear your ancestors. I can hear Tunisia. I can hear the Jews of North Africa in the quiet, somber presence you bring to that Hoda'ah prayer. It really touched me, and again, the Jewish world is so full and so big. I really appreciate you and your authenticity, the way you brought that. Thank you, Rabbi. So now we continue with the Torah service. Oh, how wonderful it is that we have this Torah, and we're about to bring it out of the ark, and the winds of eternity are going to hit us in the face. Rabbi Shush, would you like to do the Vayehi B'So Aaron for us?
Absolutely. Vayehi B'So Aaron, Vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, Ve'afutzu oevecha, Ve'anusu misanecha, Mipanecha, Ki mitzion tetze Torah, Ki mitzion tetze Torah, U'davar Adonai, Yerushalayim, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'Kedushato.
Amen. And here we are, back at the Bima, and I invite Rabbi Sherry. Would you like to Shema and do the call and response with me?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlu l'Adonai iti, umeromama shemo yachdav. Rabbi Blaine, would you take us around the synagogue?
Lecha Adonai hagidula ve'hagevura ve'hatiferet ve'hanetzach ve'haor. כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, לך אדוני הממלכה, ועמי נעשה לכל לראש.
Romemu and all of that. We are here back up on the stage, on the Bima. And I would like to invite for the Aliyah, Rabbi Mike Maimon, to bless the Torah reading before Rabbi Sherry reads it.
Thank you. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
ברוך הנברך.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני noten HaTorah.
Amen.
אמן. ויקרא אל משה, וידבר אדוני אליו, מאוהל מועד לאמור. דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, אדם כי יקריב מכם קורבן לאדוני מן בהמה, מן הבקר ומן הצאן, תקריבו את קורבניכם. אם עולה קורבנו מן הבקר, זכר תמים יקרבנו אל פתח אוהל מועד, יקריב אותו לרצונו לפני אדוני, ושמח ידו על ראש העולה, ונרצה לו לכפר עליו.
Amen. Yasher Kohech, Rav.
Beautiful, beautiful, Rabbi.
לתורתנו קדושה. ברוך אתה, אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה, אדוני, נותן התורה.
Amen.
Okay, here we are at the height of the Torah service, and I want to give a special shout out to Emma Wilkes Cat, who has shown up and has plotted herself right on top of someone trying to do her Amidas and all her prayers, and I really appreciate the Shabbos spirit embodied by your cat right now, Emma, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I would like to invite officially Rabbi Mike. Would you like to give us a Devar Torah on any topic of your choosing this week? Thank you.
I'm happy to do it. Shabbat Shalom to all of you. And thank you for the honor to share some words of Torah with you. As you just noticed, we began the new book of the Torah, the book of Vayikra, and he called. In English, we call it Leviticus. In the old days, the book was referred to as Torat HaKohanim, the Torah of the priests. I'm not in the habit of saying that this book is the most important of the 5 books, because all 5 are important, but there are 240 commandments in this book out of the 613 commandments in all 5 books. You do the math, you see it's about 40%, and you can decide if it's the most important. Unlike the previous 2 books that had a great deal of stories, this one doesn't. This one is all about commandments, about sacrifices and purities and things of that nature. So since it's called Torat HaKohanim, the Torah of the Cohens, of the priests, I wanted to talk about the priestly blessing. I went back to the days when I was at JSLI, and I kind of looked, and I just picked one thing from the sermon, the Dvar that I gave back then, and I kind of built around it a whole new thing. So I assume that at one point or another, most of us have seen the priestly blessing come and do the priestly blessing at the repetition of the Amidah. In the temple in Jerusalem, for 1,000 years, this prayer was recited every morning. In Orthodox synagogues throughout the world today, they recited during the repetition of the Amidah every morning. The synagogue that I grew up, modern Orthodox, North African type synagogue, it's conducted, the priestly blessing, on Saturday morning during the repetition. The conservative synagogue that I lead now, we do it on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur only. The Reform and the Reconstructionists did away with the priestly blessing. But I think you'll be surprised to hear that the Lutherans used a somewhat different version, but very, very similar, of the priestly blessing during the benediction. I recite the priestly blessing every morning when I pray for my children. Did somebody say something? I recite it every morning during the Amidah when I lay tefillin. Of course, on Shabbat and holidays when I'm in the synagogue, I recite it privately to myself. When I was a child, my dad would cover my head with his talit during the priestly blessing and say, "Don't look." I could see that the priests, the Cohens, leave the synagogue, go to the bathroom, wash their hands, they come back, remove their shoes, and get in front of the ark or on the bima in front of the ark. But that's all I could see. I have never seen more than that because to this day, I did not look. Apparently, Leonard Nimoy of blessed memory, Mr. Spock from Star Wars, did look. I actually saw the YouTube video in which he admitted that when his dad covered his head, he would look underneath. So when the producer of Star Trek asked him to come with a Vulcan hand salute, he came up with this, which is the single hand version of what the priests do with two hands. They hold their hands like this. Again, I know it from a book. I have never seen it, but they hold it like this and they pray for us. Just to be clear, the priestly blessing is a misnomer of sort. Just like saying starfish, it's not really a fish, it's a sea star. Oh, the orca, some of us refer to it as a killer whale. It's actually a dolphin, but this is not a blessing that the priests give us. It's a blessing of God to us, and the priests are the conduit. They simply deliver the blessing of God to us by doing this with their hands and repeating after the rabbi or the gabbai or the shamash or the cantor, whoever is out there, one word after another of the priestly blessing. So in 1979, in an archaeological dig in Ketef Inon, it's a hillside in Jerusalem, 2 silver amulets were found. They were very small and rolled very tightly. It took several years to unroll them so they do not disintegrate and fall apart. And then on that parchment, they found the priestly blessing. So now we know that the priestly blessing is the oldest blessing in a continuous use in all of Judaism. Just to put it in perspective, the Dead Sea Scrolls are only 1900 years old. Those 2 amulets, the parchment that they found, are 2700 years old through carbon dating. The Torah was given 3,300 years ago. It's the oldest piece of a Torah that we have because the priestly blessing comes from the Torah. If you want, you can go on the Israel Museum website and you can see it. Or next time you're in Jerusalem, you can go and see it. The priestly blessing is built as 3 separate blessings. The first one, 3 words, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and watch over you, guard you. It seems to me that this blessing has to do with our physical being. It's to protect our physical being. The second blessing is may God shine his face toward you and be gracious to you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Shine his face toward you is a Hebrew idiom, biblical and contemporary Hebrew. It's an idiom that means God show you favor. It's not shining as we understand shining light. It's literally an idiom that means God will show you favor. And it seems to me that this blessing is all about our spiritual well-being. The first one is 3 words. The second one is 5 words. The third part of this blessing is 7 words. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So it cannot be broken into 2 separate pieces. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. May God look up to you or turn God's face toward you. That's also an idiom. That means may God be kind or lenient toward you. And the second part of this blessing, and Yasem lecha shalom, and God give you peace. Rabbi Elliot Dorff, Los Angeles Conservative Movement, the School of Conservative Movement in Los Angeles, said in his book that the prayer for peace is the ultimate prayer. You need peace in order to experience all the other prayers. There are many versions to recite or sing this prayer, the priestly blessing. My favorite is Sam Glazer version of it. Now, you heard Shush and you heard others chanting and reciting blessing, and then you hear my voice. I don't have a good voice, but I'm going to try anyway. Sometimes I sing in the bathroom and my wife is horrified, but I continue to do it nevertheless. So if you would like to join me, feel free to do it. Unmute so it sounds like a big mishmash of voices, but it's okay. And Sam Glazer's version goes like this. Yevarechecha Adonai veishmerecha Yaher Adonai panav elecha vichunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, 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 shalom.
Wow.
May God who bring peace to heaven, bring peace on all of our people Israel, indeed, all of the people of the world. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom to all of you.
Yasher koach.
Wow. Amen. I'm feeling all of that love for 2,700 years that this prayer has meant to our people, that has meant to neighbors and loved ones of our people, not just Jews, but everyone who has been touched by our tradition, everyone whose inner light has been made whole by our tradition. I felt that in your Devar. So thank you, Rabbi.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל אמרו אמן.
Amen. And now we're bringing all of that peace energy that Rabbi Mike and Rabbi Shush have been talking about. We bring that to everyone who needs it. Everyone who needs healing energy of body, of spirit, of soul. Right now is when we wish everyone all of the refuah shlema that they need so that their God-given purpose can shine as brightly as it can. If everyone would like to read, to list in the comments on the chat, while Rabbi Blaine, if you would like to play behind me, I'm going to read out the names of everyone we're thinking about tonight, so that by my saying their names, we can focus our joyful energy on those people, that they may find all of the healing that they need. We're praying for the recovery for Claire Krasenstein, for all who are suffering physically and emotionally around the world, for John Singer's cousin Evan, for Herschel Yitzhak Ben Zelka, Eliyahu Ruvi Bat Chaya Devora, and Rachel bat Leah, to all Sim Shalomers in need of refuah shlema, to Ruth bat Sarah, to Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, David, and John and Sue Bauer's husband Robert, refuah shlema to you, Bob. To Chaim ben Moshe, to Olivia, Evan, Anastasia Coleman, people and children of Ukraine from Jeff and Lynn, to Caitlin and Johanna and Tom, to Rabbi Sherry, would you like to read your names?
Yes, Aliyah Leah Batsara, Saleh Batsara, Joby Alvarez, Jennifer Mary Cooper, daughter of Rabbi Allison, Fred Astaire Arquette.
Absolutely. I love that name.
We've got Granny Franny. We've got Stephen, Sharon, Georgette, Daniel, Stephen Ben Dunn, and Isaac, Rabbi Lee Herman. A few more. Laurice, Christina, Al, Louise, Sue's husband, all who need any type of healing, and all who have difficulty communicating.
Absolutely. We also have Bill Ben Ann, Bill Ben Bea, Sarah Bat Colleen, Ginny Bat Wana, Jenny Bat Nina, Aaron Bat Ellen, Alexandra Bat Aurora, all who suffer from PTSD. We're going on.
I'd like to add Yaakov ben Netzach, Aliyah Vered, Bat Rachel, Yosef Meir, Ben Rachel, Rachel Tikva Bat Simasara.
To all who are suffering illnesses related to Agent Orange, all who are victims of chemical warfare. To Marvin Gruber, to Dawn, Almut, and Nelson Raspaldo. And we continue now with the Mishaberach, Rabbi Blaine, whenever you're ready.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, renewal of body, renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
And speaking of healing energy, this is also the beginning for our Muslim friends of the holy month of Ramadan. What you see in this picture right here are a group of people who survived a genocide. All of the black people you see in this photo were deemed not Muslim enough by their government in Sudan, and therefore they were targeted, some genocidally. And here they are in Tel Aviv inviting their friends who are Jews, secular Jews, and this guy who happens to be a rabbi at Sim Shalom, to an iftar, which is the dinner you have at the end of a day of fasting. Why are people fasting? Well, they're celebrating the receiving of the Quran, their holy book, and to go without food all day long, and then to invite everyone, as you see on this side of the screen. This is what they told me iftar really means. It's about inviting everyone in your family, everyone down the street, Jews, Muslims, Christians, all are invited to eat outside after the sun goes down. And that's what I felt when I was invited to the iftar dinners, many of them, but specifically this one with my friend Dukura. And so I wanted to wish all of our Muslim friends in the world a very peaceful, very happy, very loving Ramadan from all of us to you. And this is the flag, the indigenous flag of Sudan, just so you know. I'm using the decolonization one. And Ramadan Kareem to all of our Muslim friends. We love you.
We have a guest on the socials, Andy Andinha Nayakan. Hope I pronounced that right. And that person says, I come from a mixed religious family, Muslims and Jews. My whole life has been like that. Very interesting, right?
It's very interesting, and it also speaks to a truth that we rarely acknowledge these days, but for thousands of years, for a 1,000 years, Jews lived very peacefully under Muslim rule in the Iberian Peninsula and in North Africa before modern regimes distorted the religion of Islam in order to persecute people like my friend Dukura, or the Jews, or whoever it happened to be. But the truth is, the religion that these people over here and these people over here are practicing is one where this rabbi felt very, very welcome. And all of us, I know, are welcome at this kind of dinner. So it's important, I think, especially since there's so much violence, so much chaos in the world, the truth of peace and the truth of the infinite love that exists between all of us, brothers and sisters, children of Hashem. This is really what matters. And this is what the majority of the world feels in their hearts. And putting it on screen is an important thing to do. Rabbi Blaine, would you like to lead us in the Kaddish Shalem before we conclude with the service?
Yigadal Yigadash Shmei Rabba.
Amen.
Yalmad Divrach Yutev Yamlich Malchutei. B'chayechon v'yamechon v'chay d'chol Beit Yisrael ba'galav zman kri v'yimru.
Amen. Yeshmir.
Yeshmir Amavorach Le'olam U'Le'mel Maya. Yitbarach v'shtabach v'yipa'ar v'yidamam yitnaseh. V'yidadar v'yidalev v'yidalash Kudisha.
Richu.
Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirat tush b'chata v'nechamata damiran b'yalma v'yimru.
Amen.
Amen. Tikabel tzlot hon v'voton nechayis akadam v'hon divishmaya v'yimru. Amen. Yehi shalom arav min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Se shalom b'mromav v'yase shalom. Aleinu v'yalko Yisrael v'yalko yoshvei tevel v'yimru. Amen.
Amen. Rabbi Shush, would you continue with the Ein Kelohenu, please?
Trying to unmute, sorry. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kimalkenu, Ein Kamoshienu, non como nuestro Dios, non como nuestro Señor, non como nuestro el Rey, non como nuestro Salvador. Mi Kelohenu, mi Kadonenu, mi Kimalkenu, mi Kamoshienu. ¿Quién como nuestro Dios? ¿Quién como nuestro Señor? ¿Quién como nuestro el Rey? ¿Quién como nuestro Salvador? No del Eloheinu, no del Adonenu, no del Malkeinu, no del Moshienu. Lo oremos a nuestro Dios, lo oremos a nuestro Señor, lo oremos a nuestro el Rey, lo oremos a nuestro Salvador. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמחנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Sorry.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi Shush. And now we conclude the service with the Mourner's Kaddish. I invite Rabbi Sherry, would you like to lead us tonight? Anyone who is observing a yard site, anyone who is currently mourning the loss of a loved one, please write their name in the chat, say their name out loud, and stand with all of us if you are in mourning or observing a yard site. As Rabbi Sherry, whenever you're ready, please go ahead with the Mourner's Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחי אחון וביום אחון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה וזמן קריב וימור אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולם מעלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמא וימור אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימור אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל וימור אמן.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom. Toda Rabah. It was a beautiful, meaningful uplifting service.
I have really wonderful news I want to share.
Yes, we want to hear.
On April 24th, and I'll see her on the 25th, Rabbi Jackie and Jonathan are coming to Hirosaki.
No, really?
Yes!
How cool is that?
It's really, really cool. Hopefully it won't be too cool, but yes.
Do you have to put them up?
No, they're staying at the best hotel, best buffet.
Oh, good. Wow, that's wonderful. That'll be fun. Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. Just are they not going to be there for Shabbat next week? Are they?
They won't be here for Shabbat, but we have the nicest and latest cherry blossom festival. We have 2,600 trees, so we're going to go cherry blossom viewing, and they're coming right before everybody else from Japan comes, right before Golden Week. So it's absolutely perfect.
Wow, wonderful. Well, Rabbi, anything else that we? What's coming up? We have next week is next week. What's next week? Shabbat Hagadol? Is that
Shabbat
next week?
Hagadol, and then we do the Passover. Pre-Passover is 2 weeks from now. We'll do Tal and all of that. Yizkor is coming up. We got a lot coming up.
We have a lot coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Please come back. We love to have you. And for anyone who's new here or relatively new, thank you for joining us. And please come back, because we want you to come back. We're asking you to come back. I'll conclude with Baruch Atah Adonai Melech Haolam She'Hakol Niyeh Bidvaro, and that is watermelon and lime.
I'm drinking unsweetened oolong tea from Trader Joe's.
Good for you. Good, so healthy.
Try not to push the same as
Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai. Oh, my dog is barking. Elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless and protect you, and shine a loving light from up above. May the Lord never cease to grant you joy and peace. May your hearts be overflowing with love. May the Lord never cease to grant you joy and peace. May your hearts be overflowing with love. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week. Shabbat Shalom. And be well. Anything else?
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Wonderful week, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey, Candy, Rabbi Perez, Sharon, and everybody on the socials. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
This is us saying goodbye at the door. Shabbat Shalom, Renee Starker.
Shabbat Shalom, Renee Starker. Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom, Lois. I got your note. Actually, you didn't respond to my note, Lois. I wanted you to do the Aliyah. I'll ask you next week. It's
See?
okay.
In English?
In English, absolutely.
That's
Oh,
what you
then I'll
get.
referral. If it's English, I'd be glad to.
That's what you get when you don't respond to emails. You see? See?
Well, to be fair, it was during the service, and I was.
Oh, it was during the
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh,
Shabbat
Shabbat Shalom to Al. I hope you're not still stuck in traffic, but to everyone who's listening to the service while stuck in traffic, Shabbat Shalom to you.
Indeed.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbat
Good
shalom.
Shabbos, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
Good
Bye,
night.
Squidge. See ya.
Bye. Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. All right. I'm signing out.
Me too.
Rabbi, wonderful job. See you later. All the rabbis. See you all later.
Night.
Yeah,
Shabbat
good night.
Shalom, everybody.